right, we are back with T-Bap.
I'm not even gonna try to know what's gonna happen. We back.
We back.
Welcome.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
We are 2 weeks in a row.
In a row.
Look at us.
We is back.
We are doing the thing.
We is doing the thingy thing.
Yes. So what has happened in the week since last week? Not much, really.
It snowed.
It did snow, and it was terrible.
It was what was it like?
About 4 inches.
4 inches.
I hate snow so much.
It
threw all my whole routine off. My therapy was canceled. I drove all the way up there. The door was locked. Nobody called me.
Like my body actively rebuked the snow.
Same. Like my body and mine was like, fuck all of this, all of it. Go ahead.
I don't spare everybody gross detail. My body actively rebuked the snow. Like my body was in protest.
I was there. Well, not there, but you know,
in spirit. Because your power went out.
My power went out it was out from like 4 to about 11 p.m. at night. I had to give my cat back to her parents, and she cried. Oh, it was so awful. Like she cried like I was sending her to the gulag. Like it was the worst. They still have her right now, but like
oh, you ain't got her back yet?
No, I don't have her back yet. I don't know where they went. I haven't seen their car in the driveway or anything. But we don't have her back yet.
Well, if their power went out, that means they probably took the cat with them.
They probably did. I mean, I know she's safe, so I'm trying to, like, she was with us for like a month. Yeah. So I'm like, they can have her back for a little while. But yeah.
You might as well just give y'all that cat.
They may as well. I was like, we'll take her back anytime. And she was just like, okay. We forgot to mention last time that we had Fam in the last anime in Kill La Kill. I forgot her name. Hanamura?
Oh, yeah. Raggio's assistant.
Raggio's assistant. We have a black girl. And in this anime that we watched, Little Witch Academia, there are quite a few.
Let me make clear we watched the series and not the original OVA or / movie. And look, I've heard good things about the original movie and the original OVA. And I've heard good things about the second half of Little Witch Academia, but we didn't watch the OVA. We didn't watch the second half.
We watched the first half.
The first season
of the Netflix original.
And let me tell y'all, of the 13 episodes of the first season.
There was like 3 good episodes.
I would argue like it picked up towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end, like 7 through 13 was watchable.
Yeah.
Up until that point,
it was a shit.
Oh boy, let's just get into how horrible the main character is.
Okay, so to summarize it, I almost want to be lazy with the summary. It's the standard Harry Potter-esque setup where it's like, they're the witch school, and it's interesting world where magic exists, but also science and technology, but everybody knows about everything.
Right.
And it's actually a little. It's modern fantasy. It's a little bit of urban fantasy. Just a little bit.
They don't really go into like the world though as much as I would have liked them to.
Like we know TVs exist.
The internet exists.
Planes, like
guns exist.
Yeah, like it's basically our world except magic exists.
But it's like an old school thing too. Like nobody really, respects magic.
Yeah, not really, because we know that at least Akko and the main character, we've seen witches text.
Yes.
They still have phones while they're at school.
Yeah, they have phones. They have computers and little orbs that let you get on social media.
Yeah, it's like, and I say that it sounds like I'm a little confused, but actually, believe it or not, that's one of the things I like. Yeah. But I'll admit it's odd, despite me liking it.
It's a strange little school they got going, and they don't really explore it as much as I would like them to.
They don't really explore the world as a whole.
Right.
They give you bits and pieces, which is like, magic is science is on the rise. Some people think, what the point of magic? Blah blah blah.
Right.
It's magical creatures exist, but only in certain places.
Right.
And some of them, like dragons, are sentient.
Right.
It's like they give you little bits and pieces. They give you a little taste, but they don't really outright tell you.
They don't really go into it. So what you get is Akko is one of the first witches that doesn't come from a witch family.
Yep.
To get accepted into the school. She can't do anything.
She is terrible.
Like, she is awful, terrible.
She can't even fly.
She can't fly her broom.
She doesn't know shit about shit.
She hasn't researched anything, which makes sense because she doesn't come from a witch's family.
But here's the thing. At first, I was like, okay, they said she doesn't come from a witch's family, so this makes sense for her not to know a lot. But then they introduced that the internet exists.
Right.
And I'm like...
all of this information is pretty much freely available.
And then, like, when classes start and everything, we see her sleeping in class.
Right.
She complaining about, how she thought it'd be fun, but it's actually learning is...
Learning is hard.
It's boring.
Magic is hard.
Basically, the second episode is literally her complaining that school is school.
Right. So, how we get her wanting to be a witch is she sees this witch named Shiny Chariot, who's basically doing, a magic show, but, it's like
with
show
actual magic.
Yeah, it's a show magic. It's a magic show. Show magic is, all these sparkly things happening. Yeah, it's a show.
If magicians did use actual magic.
Right. So,
and that's honestly the first scene in the series. You get the flashback to when Akko was little and she that Shiny Chariot's magic show.
Right.
It's the art in this, the animation and art.
Oh, the animation is beautiful.
It is. This is a gorgeous anime.
It's absolutely gorgeous. If only it wasn't surrounded by such a horrible...
I'll make this clear. Honestly, this anime would be so much better if Akko was not the main focus.
Oh my god, all of the other characters are so much better. So
literally every character is better than Akko.
So once she gets to the school, well, not even before she gets to the school, we get introduced to the other two characters, Susie and what's her...
I forget.
It starts with the L. Lottie? Something like that.
Yeah. And Susie is one
Susie
of my...
Susie is the best character.
Susie, I'm going to say she's the best, my favorite character in this anime.
She definitely personifies the viewer because we're just like, ugh.
She...
Take it down a notch, Akko.
Not only is she competent, but she's really only at the school to get
information and mushrooms and stuff to benefit herself.
What was it, second, third episode? She only really went there to begin with to get more ingredients for poison.
Right, and she stayed there for more information.
Yeah, she found out that this famous what was it, this pharmaceutical witch or poison witch worked there, and she's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll stay.
It's worth it.
Yeah, but even then with Susie, with her, she's more likable because she's competent. She actually does. She actually does things. She wants to be a poisoner.
She knows magic.
Yeah, and what she doesn't know, she makes time to actually do. You get the impression that Susie actually does study. She actually does work. She's
unlike Akko.
And she's multidimensional. Susie, she played pranks on her friends. She basically
she's mischievous, introverted,
she's deadpan, she's sarcastic, and I love it.
She's the best.
They have this.
Multi-dimensional.
Exactly. And you have all these characters. You have Diana, who is supposed to be, I guess she's supposed to be the Malfoy of this series. But here's the thing. Unlike Malfoy, Diana isn't a bitch.
She's not. She comes from a long line of witches. She's a prodigy. She's extremely competent.
She's the best witch in the school. They established that and show that.
Immediately.
And another thing about Diana, she actually studies.
She studies. She has worked hard to get where she is, and it shows.
What was it, episode 9 or 10? There was a party, and I really don't want to go. My family's making me, but it's I'd rather be home and study.
Right. She's working to be the best witch she can be. She doesn't rely on the fact that she's a prodigy.
Yeah.
She's kind of like the chosen one, but only because of the knowledge she's gained from coming from that long line of witches. But she does not rely on that.
And they set it up Akko doesn't think he's stuck up or there's some kind of rivalry. But
there's no chance.
Diana is nothing she says to Akko is wrong or mean or malicious.
She's just stating facts.
She's just stating facts if you had studied, then maybe the blah, 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 blah. Right. If you had, you can barely fly. How are you going to get in this race?
Get in the race and you can't fly
there's the race episode, and it's Akko legitimately cannot fly.
She literally, and they tell her several times, we can't fly a broom off campus because the Sorcerer's Stone is what makes us be able to fly. She keeps saying, why can't we fly here? Why can't we fly there? Because you can't fly off campus.
Here's the deal, I understand that it's kind of a writing device to have a character who seems stupid or constantly asks questions. Because they're not asking for themselves, they're technically asking for the viewer. For example, Gallery and Slayers.
Right.
Gallery and Slayers was
He's not very smart.
Not very smart. Mostly,
he was likable though.
Yeah, he was mostly. He mostly less forgot. He had bad memory. But the thing about him is Gowry was. Gowry had other things. There were reasons to like Gowry outside of that.
Gowry had character. Not that she doesn't have character. It's just that her character is annoying.
It's like, and they're doing this with her. They're trying to do the same cookie cutter. Oh, well, she had a lot of pluck and a lot of determination.
No, but she just wants to be the chosen one.
But I'm saying, that's
all it is.
I'm saying, like, the anime seems to be wanting to do that.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, she's not Naruto, because like Naruto, even as annoying as fuck as Naruto was in part 1, as annoying as Naruto was, he tried.
Oh, he gave it his best.
No, but Naruto had a lot more going on with him.
He really did.
He wasn't trying to do something for the sake of being famous or because he thought it looked cool. Yeah. No, he was trying to be a ninja. He was trying to get acknowledged because he lived in a village that hated him because the same thing that killed his parents killed a lot of people, and he had no choice in the matter. But that's the thing, like, and Naruto actually tried.
Yes,
she learned from his mistakes.
Up until about episode 7 or 8, she's always just trying to find somebody to tell her that she's going to be a great witch instead of actually trying to be a great witch. Like
she is the absolute worst. Like, I'm not gonna say she's the worst character I've ever seen, but she is the worst possible outcome of trying to do the chosen one character.
Oh my god, right?
Akko is the. And I've heard people have had friends tell me, "Oh, just season 2 is so much better. Just stick it out." But it's like the first season is she's the worst way to write the whole chosen, the main
really
character
is.
and chosen
like,
one narrative.
Spoilers. We're gonna get into spoilers a little bit. It does turn out that she is kind of the chosen one. Like, she's starting to get these 7 words that have been lost
for the special shiny rod.
Yeah,
and I had something spoiled for me for the second season. Where it's like there's a reason why she can't use why her magic sucks, and it's out of her control. But even then, it's like to an extent, that's not my problem. My problem isn't that she can't do magic or she sucks at it.
My problem she's not trying to fix it.
She's actively not trying to fix it. Now towards the end of the season she does. Yeah, but you have to sit through 8 episodes. Yeah, and even with that spoiler that I was given, here's the deal. Even after that spoiler I was given, the last few episodes of the season showed that she does get good at she gets good at the transformations. She gets good at that spell.
She does.
And she learned the fish language in a day,
that is very impressive.
Yeah, especially in the middle of the episode they established that is not easy to do.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. So if that just makes it worse because that episode proved that if she actually but if she actually tried,
right,
she could at least learn something. But the thing is, it took until episode fucking 8.
Until 8, like
8 or 9.
Yeah, until episode 8 or 9 for her to actually put some effort into being the thing
she wants to do.
Yeah, like she's established. It's been ad nauseum established that it's her dream to become a witch, like Shiny Chariot, to be the best witch she can be.
But she's sleeping in class. She's not
putting in any effort whatsoever.
There's no proof before the episode where she's actually taking notes, and I'm like, I texted you, I was like, oh shit, she's actually taking notes. There was no proof before then that she was actually doing any
absolutely
work.
Nothing. It was I guess you could just skip the first season because it's just.
Like, because honestly, that's what people told me, and it was like, no, I need to do it for the podcast, and also if I have to skip the first season,
the whole first season,
that's a problem. I'd argue, I wouldn't say the whole first season. I'd say start on my favorite episode 7. Start on that episode because that episode was really good. Yeah. Like before then, the art and the other side characters were the only thing holding me in it.
Yeah, like the side characters. I love Diana, even though she's supposed to be she's written to be the antagonist. She does it. She is not antagonistic
at all.
I love Susie.
She's not mean. She's not self-serving.
Right.
Like one of her first acts in school is like she's doing something that she isn't. Like, you know how in which schools like Mary Potter, they're always doing something that they really should lead to adults.
Right.
But the thing is, no, she was doing what was it, like trying to save the witch tree?
Yeah.
Now, granted, she almost killed the little the butterfly thing, but it's like she was doing that. She wasn't doing that to be like, oh, look how great I am.
Right. She was trying to help.
She was trying to. She had good intentions.
Right. Granted, her little entourage is bitchy.
Her entourage is bitchy, but she can't control that.
She can't control that.
And she never really like and encourages them.
She does.
They just follow her around.
She has really no good. She never acknowledges them. I don't think.
I don't think she ever spoke. You'll never seen her actually speaking to them.
I don't think she ever spoke to them.
Even though they're always with her, they speak to her, but they never actually heard like acknowledging that they're there. She just lets them hang around.
In general, like to the general audience that they happen to be included in.
Yeah, that's weird. Like it's at a point where I guess because she grew up rich though, it's like she expects, like she grew up rich and famous, so she kind of expects people just to hang around her, and she's like, they're not open. They're not like messing with her what she wants to do. So I guess they're like pets. She just lets them hang around. It's really weird, but yeah, I would say that it's not a bad. The first season isn't bad. It's just that
Akko is just really, really irritating.
Like, oh, she is so annoying. And I've never had that before. I've never had a character so bad that it makes me not want to finish an anime.
She just about ruins the anime for me.
Like, I'm not going to say I've never hated. I'm not even going to say I hate Akko, because she doesn't even deserve hatred.
No, like, she's just annoying.
She's just annoying. Like, there have been anime series I've hated. Like, with the main character, I've borderline hated. But at the same time, I can keep watching, because you know what? There's a chance they'll get killed.
Yeah. Like, I never wished ill on Akko. I just wish she'd shut up and do what she's supposed to be doing.
Right. Like,
she's like an annoying little sister or brother.
Yes. And it's like, Little Witch Academia, the series, it's based on an OVA or / movie that I knew about. That came out years ago.
Right.
And people...
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but people were raving about it. Here's the thing.
It's an interesting world. I can see why it would be a good OVA.
And honestly, I've heard people say that the characters are different in the OVA. Like, for example, Diana is actually more of a bitch in the OVA, or Akko is a little bit more tolerable, whatever. But here's the thing. When you take an OVA or a movie, let's say it's somewhere between if it's an OVA, it could be like 30 minutes. But anywhere from that to like feature length, 2 hours. And try to expand it into like a whole 24, 25 episode series, it shouldn't get worse. Like it isn't like, I guess because they're stretching it out and they're giving you more time to establish the characters and show the development.
Right.
But the thing is, I can actually imagine myself watching the OVA and probably liking Akko more, because maybe they skipped like the first 6 episodes of development in this series did.
She really doesn't develop at all in the first 6 episodes either.
I remember sitting there and thinking towards the end, I'm like, I can imagine her working in a movie, because in a movie, the first 6 episodes would just be like a flashback.
Right.
And she'd already be like, where she starts to be likable.
Exactly.
And it's like I'm sitting through character growth, and I'm never going to complain about character growth.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, it's so like, it's realistic, but at the same time, like, y'all have to make her so annoying. Y'all can't.
Can we tone it down a notch?
And I'm not gonna say she had no redeemable qualities. She likes her friend. She's determined.
She's very sweet. She's very nice and determined, and she's not letting anyone tell her she can't make her dream, despite her actively sabotaging her own dream.
Right. She doesn't do anything. Like she just.
So, here's what you can watch instead of the first season. You can watch Ancient Mangus Bride. You can watch Devilman Crybaby.
Ooh, Devilman Crybaby. Okay, so was it Gona Guy? I think it's based on a very old, kind of oldish. I want to say like it was 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah. I don't know, somewhat oldish manga and OVA. Devilman. All of the trigger warnings. Oh yeah,
it's super stylized too. I love the style. Some people can't get around, which I don't understand, because it's brilliant. Like, I love the style myself.
Look, the thing is, as long as the style isn't there just to be a style, I'm with it. And
I don't think it would work otherwise if it was not stylized in this animation. The body horror.
Because I've seen you've never really seen even clips of the original.
I haven't. No.
This art style is very different, but it still works.
I love the style. Like, I love the colors. I love the animation.
Yeah,
I love it.
I will only ever complain about a style when like the style is all there is, or
it's definitely not all there is,
or when people use the style to excuse lazy art,
right?
Like Frank Miller. But look, Like I always say,
you know, there's a rumor that he hears whenever his name is spoken and the fanboys come.
Fuck you, Frank Miller. Look, and before someone jumped down my throat, look, Frank Miller did at one point. He was at one point a good writer.
At one point,
like
yes.
Sin City, Batman Year One.
Sin City was good.
Batman Year One.
I haven't read Batman Year One, but I hear good things about it.
Oh yeah, it's good. The Dark Knight Returns. Those are stories that I've read that written by him that are good. I've heard good things about his runs on Daredevil.
I read Watchmen. That's not Frank Miller though.
No, it's something that it'd actually be a bit.
You think it would be better if it was Frank Miller?
No. Watchmen would be worse and weirder. But I digress. But and I will acknowledge he used to be a good writer. But as an artist, I have never liked Frank Miller's art. Mm. And some people say, "Oh, just a stylized thing." You've seen his art.
There is a difference between not having training and stylized.
Yeah, like Frank Miller, his artwork works, and honestly, it works in the story that he should have stuck to.
Yeah.
Like the crime noir.
Yeah.
Like Sin City. Sin City, as much as I don't like Frank Miller's art, Sin City's his style works for something like Sin City, but it doesn't. For me, it does not work for something like Batman or any superhero.
Here's the thing. Sometimes like non-traditional training and stylizing overlap, so it's kind of difficult to tell.
Yeah.
But there's certainly a junction, I think, where one is like, okay, that's just bad art versus stylizing.
Yeah. Like Frank Miller is he rides that line hard for me in terms of his artwork. There's no other artist I can think of. Maybe I want to say maybe.
And we're talking about before he kind of lost his mind.
Before he lost, not kind of. But maybe in terms of art style, okay, Masami Obari. Mm-hmm. He's AKA Anime Rob Liefeld.
He's the comic nerd, by the way, which is why I was just like, I read Watchmen, because like that's like the only comic book I've ever read.
You know about Rob Liefeld, don't you?
I do know about Rob.
You've seen his Pouch Man, big teeth,
big giant chest. Now that's bad art.
Yeah, arms the size of your chest.
That's not stylizing. That's bad art.
Masami Obari, I honestly compare him to Anime Rob Liefeld, except for the fact that some things. Like, when designing people, Masami Obari is terrible. But when drawing, like, mechs and giant robots, he has a gift for drawing giant robots.
Some people can't draw people. Some people can only draw giant robots.
Yeah. Like
that's why art is beautiful.
Like, if I showed you, like, clips or characters from Masami Obari's art, if I showed you just a character from, like, maybe one of his anime, you would recognize his artwork.
I'm sure I've seen it before.
Oh, you have. Trust me. I'll show you something after this. But it's like, look, there's a difference between a style. How do I put this? A friend of mine put it. Like, people who complain. I'm one of those people who say, look, people who complain about stylized anime and consider it like out just because it's stylized, or just people who just want everything to look the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, but. Despite the fact that the standard had not been the standard ever. But I don't know.
But yeah, that said, Devilman Crybaby is extremely stylized.
It's a really good anime.
It's so good. Some people are like, I don't get the plot, but it's not that difficult to understand. Demons exist.
Humans suck. Humans
are probably worse than demons.
Yeah. That was actually straight up the theme in the
That's the theme.
Look, in the old, if you know anything about the old Devilman, you pretty much know where Devilman. As someone who knows about the old Devilman and other people, I can say it honors it. It's good. It lives up to that. It lives up to it. But people who don't know about Devilman, all of the trigger warnings.
Oh yeah.
Literally all of them.
Yeah, everything. There's body horror. There's harm to everyone.
Gore. Nudity, sexuality.
Sex.
Murder. Was that suicide? I think I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
There was suicide.
There was suicide.
drugs. There was remember one of the cipher that showed the drug abuse,
everything.
All there was you remember the party to summon the demons?
Yeah.
All of the trigger warning just that scene alone.
Like that's in the first episode.
Some dude got stabbed and people got eaten. Oh
yeah.
Look, if you
can't make it past the first episode, you probably don't want to watch the rest of the anime.
It is hard, and if gore doesn't bother you that much,
it doesn't bother me.
It's still a trigger warning because it is bleak.
It is bleak.
As far as story, like as far as events go, what actually happened.
Oh, police violence.
Oh yeah.
Somebody almost commits suicide by cop.
I would argue that the bleakness bothered me more than I expected the bleakness and the violence because I know a little bit about the old. This isn't like Violent Jack levels, but I know a little bit about the old anime.
Right.
But it's like the bleakness honestly got me more than the violence and the sex and stuff, like than the gore, because like it's a good anime, y'all. But
it's really, really good. I recommend it if you can get past all that.
I recommend it. I'm gonna put out there. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to sit down and watch it again because it just made me feel kind of.
I mean, we just covered most of it. Like we didn't summarize or anything, but
let me put it like this: I don't like Elfen Lied, right?
Right.
Because on top of everything,
I don't like Elfen Lied either.
Because Elfen Lied is
seems
exhausting.
Like violence for no reason.
Yeah,
it's very exhausting.
It's not. Elfen Lied isn't just violent. It just you don't feel good at the end of watching Elfen Lied.
It doesn't feel nice.
Because like this world is just like
it doesn't feel like it has a point.
Like exactly. Devilman Cry has a
Devilman Crybaby.
No, I'm sorry. Devilman Cry. I said Devilman Cry.
You did. Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby does have.
There is definitely a theme. Definitely a point.
There are messages it's trying to make. It not being bleak for the sake of being bleak.
I think like there's metaphorical stuff going on.
Elfen Lied is literally trying to crush your soul.
A slight romance plot.
Yep. Devilman Crybaby, it has to crush your soul to make the point it's trying to make.
Oh yeah, there are ups in Devilman Crybaby now. Elfen Lied, it's all down forever.
The point of Elfen Lied is to crush your soul.
Forever.
And I can't watch shit like that. I
don't like Elfen Lied at all.
Cause it's just.
I was like, you can't keep going down. Like, where's the up?
That made me feel bad for that just made me feel.
I don't like Elfen Lied at all.
Yeah, Devilman Crybaby is an Elfen Lied. That's what I'm trying. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, I'm trying to compare it to another violent anime that also is bleak. Devilman Crybaby is bleak. It's violent and bleak for a reason.
Right.
There is a point. You're not just sitting through this. You're never gonna find yourself saying, "Oh my God, why is all this happening?"
It makes its point very well too. Yeah. In my opinion.
Granted, the original was written during a point where the creator had a serious. If you look at his other work, had a serious hate boner of humanity.
I mean,
oh my God,
it's super relatable nowadays considering what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to decide what we're gonna watch. So we're still gonna do the Studio Trigger. I'm saving.
Want to do Panty and Stocking?
Yeah, we can do Panty and Stocking. We can do that next, and then after that, and we're gonna finish up because Panty and Stocking and Gurren Lagann were made before Studio Trigger was a thing, but they were made by people who went on to make Studio Trigger, so we're counting them. And so I want to finish it off with Gurren Lagann. We're not gonna do the whole series of Gurren Lagann. We're gonna do
we'll do the
25.
The first season.
Yeah, the first season, or we'll do the first season if I can find the movies that that compiles it.
Yeah.
Like I did with Madoka.
That'll work. The movies might be easier on us.
We'll see. Y'all will know.
We'll let you know as soon as we know. We'll post it on our Facebook page or tweet it. Our Facebook is Facebook.com/That Black Anime Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Black Anime Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is where we post our episodes. Sometimes we post them on Saturday. So, you might get it ahead of time when we have stuff to do. Like today. Yeah. I'm going to go shoot my diva photo shoot.
Grumpy Skunk.
Yes. With Sweet Cast Photography. You can follow her on Instagram.
She's really great, y'all.
She is amazing. At Sweet Cast Life, I think her Instagram is. Anyway, you'll see those posted on my pages.
Yep. Yeah. I have nothing to plug because I'm just her assistant.
Yeah.
Well, and all that other stuff.
This is his thing.
This is my only thing at the moment. I will close this off with saying, look, I don't think Little Witch Academia is a bad anime. There's a lot of good about it. The art, the animation, everything. even as annoying as Akko got, even though she got to the annoying to the point where I could barely focus on what's going on in the anime.
Bruh, I fell asleep midway. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like the middle, like before, like I'll say between 4 and like 7.
I would say that Akko just
she
makes me zone. I can guess what happened. She makes you. You get to the point where you just zone out in all of her scenes, and when she's the main character, that means she's in most of the scenes.
Yeah. I definitely fell asleep halfway through it.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Maybe I'll go watch the anime OVA. Maybe I'll watch second half. At the moment, maybe I will one day.
You
but
have to
at
pay
the
us
moment,
to do an episode on it.
Yeah, to be honest, at the moment, that's a Patreon request.
Yeah.
Like having to do the second season. OVA we may or may not do for free.
Yeah.
But the second season is going to be a Patreon request. Maybe I'll watch it on my own time. That's another plug.
If you donate $1 on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/thatblackanimepodcast, you can make a request and it'll go to the top of our list. And we'll do an episode on your requested anime. Yeah. So whatever you want us to talk about, if it's your favorite anime, as long as it's under the 25 episodes, we're not going to do Naruto or Bleach or anything like that because we do this once a week. We can't watch 100 episodes in a week, y'all.
Yeah, we have to fight to watch 25.
Right. 25 is just the limit. And also, for reference, you don't have to pay to get to hear your request. You pay for the priority. Exactly. So, I think that. Oh yeah, did we cover that we have fam in this anime too? I saw a natural hair.
There was actually. I would say that this anime,
it's very diverse.
It's very diverse. I can't say I'm not a name character because honestly, it's hard for me to keep up with names in the anime because I can barely pay attention to it. But
the announcer girl was black. I'm claiming her.
Yeah, there was actually because Akko is Japanese, of course. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, the school is based in England. Yeah, I think
it is.
So. No one has an English accent, but when it comes to dub, you take what you can get. Suspension of disbelief, because technically it should all be Japanese, blah, 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 whatever. So it's actually a very diverse background of character. There were another thing I liked about the anime, there was a lot of mini references to a lot of things. Yeah. I saw, on one hand, I can count.
Power Rangers reference,
Marvel reference.
Transformers reference.
It had the G180 sound effects and everything. I'm not gonna say it doesn't get a recommendation. I would say that if you can deal with the main character, it's worth watching.
It is. If you can get past Akko, I guess.
Because everything else about the anime is actually everything else about the anime is good.
Yeah, everything else is it's fine.
Notice how the only complaints I had about this anime was Akko.
Yeah, everything else is fine. Definitely not in my top 10, but Devilman Crybaby is definitely in my top 10.
Oh, this isn't even in my top 20. But Devilman Crybaby, ooh, yeah.
I would put Devilman Crybaby in my top 10.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna rewatch. I want to rewatch it one day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while because I'm still recovering.
I think I'm gonna watch it again. I have to watch it again.
I already gave this warning, but Devilman Crybaby will assault your feelings.
I recommend Devilman Crybaby also.
I recommend it. Just be mentally.
Be wary. Be mentally prepared.
Be mentally and emotionally prepared. But it's worth it. It's worth making it through.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
That's it. We plugged everything, I think.
Yep.
All right, guys. Have a great week.
Have a great one. We love you.
We love you. Have a great week. Keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
All right. Bye.
Bye.